In the arid lands of Egypt lies a vast desert that holds many ancient secrets. It's been the cradle of civilization for thousands of years and is home to some of the most famous archaeological discoveries ever made. But even in this legendary place, some finds are more shocking than others. Deep in the Egyptian desert, a team of archaeologists, led by the brilliant but eccentric Professor Evelyn Wright, made a shocking discovery that turned out to be a game-changer. They had been excavating at the site of an ancient tomb for weeks, carefully brushing away layers of sand and earth to reveal the secrets within. The tomb was one of several found in the Valley of the Kings, a vast necropolis that dates back to the New Kingdom of ancient Egypt. The tomb they were working on had not been opened for over 3,000 years. Legend has it that inside the tomb lay the final resting place of Ramses the Pigeon, a pharaoh who ruled over Egypt during the 19th dynasty. He was said to have been a great builder, leaving behind a legacy of temples and monuments that still stand today. But little else was known about him or his tomb. That is, until now. As the team worked tirelessly to uncover the entrance to the tomb, excitement began to build. Would they find valuable relics, or perhaps even the elusive treasure of Ramses the Pious? The stakes were high, and the world was eagerly anticipating their findings. Finally, after weeks of painstaking work, the entrance to the tomb was revealed. A massive stone door adorned with hieroglyphics that depicted scenes from the afterlife. The team carefully pushed open the door and stepped inside. What they saw before them was nothing short of breathtaking. The tomb was filled with treasures beyond their wildest dreams. Golden sarcophagi adorned with precious jewels lay on the floor, while walls were covered in vibrant paintings that depicted scenes from Egyptian mythology. But it was the artifacts that truly captivated the team's attention. Among the most intriguing was a small wooden box that seemed to be emitting a strange energy. As Evelyn reached out to touch it, she felt a jolt of electricity shoot through her body. Startled, she pulled her hand back and realized that the box was humming faintly. Could this be a trap? Or was there something else at play here? As the team cautiously examined the box, they noticed intricate carvings on its surface. Hieroglyphics that seemed to tell a story of a powerful pharaoh and his journey into the afterlife. With trembling hands, they opened the box, revealing a device unlike anything they had ever seen before. It was made of pure gold and silver, and its surface was covered in strange symbols and markings. As Evelyn picked it up, she could feel the power emanating from it. Was this a relic from a forgotten time? Or was it something more sinister? The team carefully documented the discovery and decided to take the box back to the surface for further study. As they descended into the tomb, the weight of their discovery began to sink in. They had stumbled upon something truly extraordinary, a relic from a time long past that could change our understanding of ancient Egypt forever. But little did they know that this was just the beginning. As they continued to explore the tomb, they would uncover even more shocking secrets that would leave the world in awe. Meanwhile, news of their discovery spread like wildfire. The world was captivated by the story of the mysterious golden box, and the team became instant celebrities. But with fame comes danger, and soon they would find themselves targeted by forces they could not have imagined. Back at the surface, the team set up a laboratory to study the box. Experts from around the world came to examine it, but none could decipher its strange markings or understand its true purpose. Some believed it was a religious artifact, while others thought it may have been a tool of war. But as days turned into weeks, the mystery only deepened. The team was stumped, and it seemed as though the secrets of the box would die with them. But Evelyn refused to give up. She spent countless hours poring over ancient texts, searching for any mention of the box or its creators. She knew that somewhere there was an answer, and she was determined to find it. Her obsession began to consume her, and she found herself neglecting her work and her personal life. But she was so close to a breakthrough. One day, while examining the box, she noticed a small inscription that had been hidden under a layer of dirt. The inscription was faint, but with some careful cleaning she was able to make out the words. They were written in a language that was unknown to her, but she had a hunch that it was the key to unlocking the box's mysteries. With renewed determination, she took the box and the inscription to a renowned linguist who had a reputation for being able to decipher even the most obscure languages. The linguist examined the box and the inscription, his brow furrowed in concentration. Days turned into weeks, and Evelyn anxiously awaited his findings. Finally, he summoned her to his office and revealed his translation. The inscription, he explained, was written in a long-lost language that predated ancient Egyptian civilization by hundreds of years. It was a language that had been thought to be nothing more than a myth. The inscription, when translated, told the story of a powerful pharaoh who had traveled to the underworld and returned with knowledge that had the power to change the world. The pharaoh, it seemed, had discovered a secret that was so dangerous that it was forbidden for anyone to know, and he had hidden it away in a tomb, knowing that it would be discovered only by those who were worthy. As Evelyn listened to the translation, she couldn't believe what she was hearing. Could the box contain knowledge that was so powerful that it could change the course of human history? And if so, why had it been hidden away for so long? With renewed excitement, the team worked tirelessly to unlock the box. They tried everything they could think of, but it seemed impossible. Then, just as they were about to give up hope, Evelyn remembered the inscription. She had been so focused on the box that she had overlooked the clues that were right there in front of her. The inscription, she realized, was not just a piece of writing, it was also a map that led to the key that would unlock the box. With trembling hands, she traced the lines of the inscription, following it deeper into the tomb. The path led them through a series of tunnels and chambers, each more impressive than the last. Finally, they arrived at a room that was unlike any they had seen before. The walls were adorned with paintings that depicted scenes from the underworld, and the air was heavy with the scent of incense. In the center of the room stood a pedestal, and on top of it was a key that shimmered in the dim light. It was made of pure gold and silver, and its head was shaped like the eye of Ra, the all-seeing eye of the Egyptian sun god. As Evelyn reached out to touch it, she felt a surge of energy run through her body. She knew that this was the key to unlocking the box, but she also knew that it was more than that. It was a relic of unimaginable power, a connection to the gods themselves. With the key in hand, the team raced back to the laboratory to unlock the box. The world was watching, and everyone was eager to see what would happen next. As the first rays of sunlight hit the box, the lock clicked open and the lid slowly lifted. Inside, they found a collection of artifacts that were unlike anything they had ever seen before. There were scrolls covered in hieroglyphics, tablets made of pure gold, and devices that seemed to be powered by the very essence of the universe itself. But it was one artifact in particular that truly captivated their attention, a staff that was made of pure silver and topped with the head of a cobra. As Evelyn reached out to touch it, she felt the power of the cobra surging through her veins. She knew that this was no ordinary relic. It was a conduit to the gods, a way to communicate with the spirits of the dead. The team was stunned by their discovery. They had uncovered artifacts that had been lost for thousands of years, and they knew that they were on the verge of making history. But little did they know that they had also unleashed a force that would soon threaten to destroy them all. In the ensuing chaos, Evelyn and her team were forced to flee, leaving the box and its secrets behind. The world was thrown into turmoil as nations and organizations clamored to get their hands on the artifacts. But Evelyn knew that she couldn't sit back and let others take control. She had stumbled upon something that was too important to fall into the wrong hands, and she was determined to protect it. So she set out on a mission to recover the box and its artifacts, traveling to far-off lands and facing dangerous adversaries along the way. But the greatest danger, she soon realized, was not from without, but from within. As the team struggled to control the power of the artifacts, they were torn apart by greed and ambition. Evelyn had to make a choice: embrace the power of the artifacts and risk losing everything, or reject them and lose the chance to change the world forever. And as the final battle loomed on the horizon, Evelyn knew that she had to make the ultimate sacrifice to save the world from the darkness that threatened to consume it.